away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, here's Goff. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Uses the spin. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
14. Patriots 6.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
To Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Niners 21. Patriots 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half.
Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Jackson's pass.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Now 4th down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
24.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
15-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Smith catches left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
41-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run on first down. Muhammad, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eye.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Tucker now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Niners 31, Patriots 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they didn't. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Back to throw, gone.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the set.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over 1st.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 32.
6 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well,
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
At the 17-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again they run. Again it's Gore. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Willie Gay.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He can run for it, and he will. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
3-yard line.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Chase Claypool with his first career NFL touchdown. And thought it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 15. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake. So now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Muhammad, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Brought down behind the
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 40.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. The left side completion to Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now a dump off here complete. Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's going to let it fly. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. It's caught. Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he'll look down. And got his man complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row. They get big Jason Peters, the left tackle. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
47.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?